Morning all, I'm Scott Weavers-Wright. I am one of the Haatch Ventures partners of 4 that you can see on your screen. And I was the original kittycare.com founder, which I created in 1999. And KittyCare was a online baby store, but we took the tech to another level and spent 13, 14 years building a business up, which became the biggest online baby business in Europe, and we sold to Morrison's for 70 million in cash, after which I became chief architect of the 17 billion pound monster ship, Juggernaut, and I became CEO of onmorrisons.com. I've been in business since I was 18 years old in IT, and so I'm 48 now, 49, so I've got 30 years experience in developing businesses and developing teams. KittyCare was special, and we achieved 23.5 times multiple on the exit.
I'm Fred, co-founder of Haatch alongside Scott in 2013. Originally at KittyCare, Morrison's looked after e-commerce tech, particularly focused on our startup program, which you'll see a number on screen here, 3 billion in exits. So we selected very early stage technology startups, a bit like we do now in Haatch as investors, sat on their advisory boards, worked with them, implemented them. They've now all gone to exit for north of 3 billion, which has happened over the last kind of decade. A couple of acquisitions to Oracle, IBM, Microsoft, and that's really kind of the foundation for why we started Haatch. Simon?
Thanks, Fred. Hello, everybody. First chance I've had to say hello, so good to meet you all virtually. So I'm Simon Penson, as you can see on the screen there. In terms of background, I guess I'm digital through and through. I've kind of been working in digital since this kind of very late 90s. Started off building a number of sites that I owned in the affiliate space and sold those. Went into the corporate world, learned lots and lots from that world, and then ended up exiting that to actually build what became Zazzle Media, which was my last sale, which is a digital marketing agency. We sold that into Public Group, listed company. Worked with those guys for 3 to 4 years as part of an earn-out. That ended kind of back end of last year. In the midst of that, became an angel investor and got to know certainly the majority of this team here kind of from about 2013, 2014. Angel invested together, and then obviously latterly in sort of the beginning of 2018 we formed Ventures, predominantly to allow other people to invest alongside us. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
Hi guys, I'm Mark. Thank you for joining today and listening to our story. I'm based in Singapore. I've worked for Google, been at Google for about 5.5 years. The last 2 years here in APAC, leading a partnerships team that run a business called Devices and Services. So this is Google's hardware business, our phones, our speakers. We bought the Nest business a few years ago as well, so security cameras and smoke alarms. And the other part of the business is digital services. We have subscription businesses around security, a gaming subscription business called Stadia. And I lead a partnerships team across pretty much all the major markets in APAC. Before I moved into this part of the Google business, I was the business lead internationally for a business called Google Play, which is another big business, a very big business, which is about content, apps and games, where I work closely with the developer community to help grow their business across all the international markets that Google Play. So Google Play is the App Store equivalent on Android. So I get to see a lot of interesting trends, both from an APAC and a global perspective, across digital content and most recently around ecosystems and hardware. Before I joined Google, my background very similar to the other three, very digital focused. It's a mix of media and retail and technology. I worked at Tesco's for a couple of years running one of their digital content businesses. Before that, I was head of digital and cross-channel at Sainsbury's. Before that, I did a startup that I sold into Sainsbury's. And then before that, I worked at Microsoft for 5 years. And previous to that, I worked in the music business for EMI Music and Warner Music. So my background has really been content, and then how technology affects content, and then the consumer interaction. So that took me into the retail space as well.
Thanks, Mark. Fred, I suppose I should touch on Elevate. Elevate was my second exit, and ironically, I actually did this in parallel to Haatch. So in 2014, when it became apparent that Morrisons were imploding, unfortunately in the UK, I dragged and picked 20 of my best engineers from the kiddie care days out of kiddie care and out of Morrisons, and created Elevate. Elevate was a monetization platform, a bidding platform that allowed brands and their agencies to bid and raise the product profile on the retailer website. So if you think about Iceland, Morrisons, or a grocer, it allowed Hovis Bread to effectively place their product in the search results in a more prominent position than maybe the own brand bread. And we scaled that business over 4 years. Wonderfully, we had that wonderful call from Silicon Valley in 2018, and the business was sold to Quotient Inc., who are listed on the New York Stock Exchange for a considerable amount of money, which was wonderful, and we received an enormous return. And very proud moment for the team, because they were the original kiddie care engineers who built kiddiecare.com with me, and it was lovely to do it again in parallel with Haatch. And it was wonderful to receive Haatch investment as well. So it was a great exit all around.
So the last thing I wanted to touch on before we move on is this line at the bottom of the screen, which I'm sure people have seen. Obviously, we come from an angel investment background and have been investing ourselves for the last 7 years. So part of our whole proposition at Haatch, and something we think is pretty unique in the market, is investors are truly investing alongside us. So we currently make up about 22% of the fund. So we invest in every single tranche. So investors and your clients are truly aligned with us, and we're truly aligned with them investing alongside us.